just being initiated to. They have about a week-long initiation. The medicine can last up to 7 to 9 days, but we would start on a Sunday, close out ceremony on a Sunday, and the first couple of days we'd be doing offerings to the jungle. The second and third day, flushing out toxins, doing a steam bath ritual, and then we get into the flood dose and then the naming ceremony where we receive our Bwiti names, and we close out after being on the medicine and not sleeping for a few days. We close out with an 18-hour dance ceremony. So it's definitely it was a challenging process and experience, but by far the most transformative.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. What?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
What was your Bwiti name?
Anyepo Runaganga.
Ah,
I go by Kev. It means love of the culture and love of the medicine. I wanted to share a quick fact I thought was cool. This is called the doctrine of signatures. If you actually look at, this is when nature looks like what it heals. So Iboga is a lot like, works on the mind and the brain receptors. So it's a lot like a brain surgery receiving the medicine, and the seeds look exactly like brains. If you cut open the ayahuasca vine, a lot of it looks like hearts in a spiral, I'm sure you've seen. Mushrooms, the webbing kind of, the mycelium network looks a lot like neurons in our brains. So I just thought that was
while we're on the topic, our logo here, I don't know if anybody has really put it together, right? So you've got a peyote button in the middle of it. There is the mushroom spore inside the ayahuasca vines, and surrounded by the iboga. So.
Who you stop me something?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Fun fact. But that is the Decriminalize Nature, national thing. But yeah, that is what an ayahuasca vine looks like cut open, so you can see the hearts in there. You have a question?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, was there any thought during the week about like quitting or or I'm just gonna go through it?
Oh yeah, I had a lot of subconscious fears come to the surface. A lot of fear of death was coming up, and is this a safe medicine? So yeah, I went through all the fears, but it's all a purification process, so it was just releasing.
Everything you want's on the other side of fear, right?
There you go, yep.
What you were saying earlier, Brian, about what, the difficulty of that process and going through addiction and not knowing, like if there is something beyond methadone, like what she was experiencing. I think at that point it sparks my passion for education, for kind of having these conversations with people and being like, here's the information on the impact this is actually having in people's lives. And I know that that's what drew me to the medicine, and it kind of was just not initially that moment of like, oh, this is going to be super healing, but it was something that was in my life, and when I had this experience, it was transformative, and it did give me this sort of freedom from this pain and suffering that I had been experiencing, and so grateful for that experience. But I didn't necessarily know that I was